This is Birk, an important town on the west coast of the kingdom. Life in this area hasn't changed much for years, but today the people will be experiencing the biggest change for generations. The day is starting just as it always does, but as the headmaster knows, soon lessons will end so the children can join the celebrations. In the market, it's also business as usual. There's just time to buy a few more bargains before trading ends and everyone celebrates an important occasion. It's the most important day here for years, and one no one who lives here will ever forget. And if you want to know what the celebrations are all about, you'll find a clue just in front of the Emir's office. For years, a shortage of clean water has made this area difficult to live in. But from today, that situation will change dramatically. Until now, this is how all the water the people of Birk needed had to be provided. The tankers came from miles away, collecting their water from sources which were frequently polluted. They discharged their loads into open troughs, increasing the risks of contamination. For generations, water supply methods like this have been standard practice, but from today, they'll be part of history. After generations of relying on imported supplies, Birk now has its own water treatment plant, producing plentiful supplies of clean water. The story of the building of this plant is a remarkable story of Saudi Arabian enterprise and achievement. When he officially inaugurated the plant, His Royal Highness Prince Majid bin Abdulaziz, Prince of the region of Mecca, took a great interest in all he saw around him. His Excellency Dr. Abdul Rahman bin Abdulaziz, Minister of Agriculture and Water and Chairman of the Saline Water Conversion Corporation, whose enthusiasm and enterprise have guided this project from start to finish, was able to ensure that His Royal Highness was given all the relevant facts and figures. The Birk plant pioneers new technology. It's the biggest of its kind in the kingdom. Looking at the finished plant, it's hard to recall that not long ago the area was completely undeveloped. When contracts were signed, even the design benchmark level hadn't been established. The site's a very isolated one. Birk is over 200 miles from the nearest large town. To get to a telephone, you have to drive 40 miles. So when work began, there was literally nothing here. All the equipment and materials needed to level the site and build and equip the plant had to be brought in by road over hundreds of miles. All the bricks used were produced on site. To keep pace with demand, thousands were made every week. Before work could start at all, temporary accommodation had to be provided for the workforce. And that meant building a small village, with its own mosque, plumbing and catering facilities. Temporary generators provided power for the living and working areas, and water was brought in by tankers several times a day. There was a lot to arrange, but work soon started. The contract to construct, operate and maintain the plant was awarded by the Saline Water Conversion Corporation to a Saudi Arabian company, Kawther. The company managed a multinational team of subcontractors and consultants, making full use of its unique experience of providing water treatment plants for the people of the kingdom and those in other areas. At an early stage, the quality of the seawater to be treated was assessed by experts. Kawther's management team had to coordinate work being done by specialists in Jeddah, Istanbul, Paris and Florida, assembling knowledge and technology and making it work at Birk. The quality and performance of the plant were the company's main considerations throughout.
Here, this is the sand filter section.
With modern equipment and the encouragement of Mr. Abdullah Alega, governor of the Saline Water Conversion Corporation, work quickly progressed on site. The building designed to house the main control equipment was one of the first to take shape. While all this was going on, at Kawther's headquarters in Jeddah, they were starting to build the process plant. Kawther's extensive modern factory helps to keep the kingdom ahead in desalination technology. It's fully equipped to produce the most up-to-date plants, and in fulfilling the obligations of the Birk contract, the company was able to draw on its experience of working for other major clients.
There is no way to get out of there. Because the height is the center line, all this.
So, week by week, work went on. But the site was not an easy one to work on. Metre by metre, day by day, work continued, and soon there were real signs of progress. The contract also called for a new road to be built, connecting the site with Birk town, and constructing it proved quite a challenge. Eventually, this battle too was won, and today the plant can be reached with ease. Processed water is pumped to 2 giant tanks. They're capable of storing 1 million gallons, and building them kept several teams of specialists busy for months, working by day and night. At the opposite end of the site, accommodation was being built for the personnel needed to operate the plant. Recreational facilities have also been provided. As work progressed on land, at sea, divers surveyed possible foundations for the water intake pipes. Fixing the intake pipes proved much more difficult than expected, because much of the area which had to be used consisted of hard black coral. But suitable arrangements were made, and the pipes were brought ashore here and connected to the building housing the first stage of the process plant. Throughout all stages of work, the Saline Water Conversion Corporation constantly checked to ensure that the high standards it set were being met. Regular checks were also made as work progressed in the housing area. Here too, nothing has been left to chance. Every detail has been planned, so the Saudi personnel operating the plant can live in the comfort and safety which results from good planning and careful supervision. As construction work neared completion, roads were built to connect the plant and housing areas, and pipes were laid to connect the main storage tanks to a smaller tank on the edge of Birk itself, a tank used to pump water to the town and to fill tankers to take it to other areas. All this building work had to be completed before the enormous task of unpacking, installing and making thousands of different items of plant fully operational could even begin. On the appointed day, the microprocessor which helps to control the plant arrived from France. Equipment produced in our Kawther's Jeddah factory was being installed nearby. Throughout the building programme, quality has been the main consideration of all those involved, and as a result, the completed plant will be a reference point in terms of technology and performance for many years to come. The Saline Water Conversion Corporation goes to great lengths to provide good quality desalination plants which meet the specific needs of people in different parts of the kingdom. The Birk plant, with its extensive use of new technology, makes an important contribution to the kingdom's economy. The treatment process begins here, in the intake building. After passing through trash filters, seawater is pumped to the main process building, where it first passes through a series of micro-mesh filters. Dechlorination is achieved by adding sodium bisulfite. Pre-treated water is then pumped under pressure through a series of permeators. Inside, a permeator looks like this. As seawater is forced through the different layers under pressure, the membranes retain impurities, and only pure water is allowed to pass. This process is known as reverse osmosis. The whole plant can be controlled from one point, but as most of the processes are designed to operate automatically, the controller spends much of his time checking to make sure that the necessary processes have been satisfactorily carried out. Day and night, the plant works on, making full use of the latest technology. Before it came into full operation, the plant was run on test for 720 hours continuously. During that time, its performance was carefully monitored by experts. The plant proved to be efficient, reliable, and economical to operate. The ultimate test of any plant of this kind is, of course, the quality of the water being produced. At Birk, every day, scientists analyse samples taken from different parts of the plant. Their tests show that the water being produced here is of exceptionally high quality. And that's important, not only because it proves a major contract has been satisfactorily completed, but because it opens the door to a new way of life for the people of Birk. As His Excellency the Emir of Birk explains.
To us, the importance of this plant lies in the fact that people used to bring us polluted water, which caused a number of diseases. With desalination, the difficulties have been eliminated. Water used to be brought here from faraway places. It came from rainwater and from wells, which were not always suitable to drink in Birk itself and at the locations it came from. It was vulnerable to pollution. Now, with this desalination plant in operation, the people feel comfortable, and the difficulties we used to face have been eliminated.
So, thanks to the Minister of Agriculture and the Saline Water Conversion Corporation, the people of Birk can now enjoy new opportunities and freedom from disease. It's a big step forward, and one everyone here is determined to celebrate. Today, Birk is the focus of attention. Everyone wants to be here when the plant is officially inaugurated by His Royal Highness Prince Majid bin Abdulaziz, and distinguished guests from all over the kingdom are already arriving.
لضيفنا الغالي الذي يعتبر واحدا منا صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير ماجد بن عبد العزيز أمير منطقة مكة المكرمة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أيها الأخوة، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن من دواعي السرور والاغتباط.
I am happy and pleased on this occasion to take part in the inauguration of a vital and important project in this delightful region. The desalination project in the area of Birk. Our presence among you today is clear evidence of the concern and interest which the government gives to this area of our beloved country. Finally, I wish you all success and good fortune, and I look forward to meeting you again to inaugurate more projects in this delightful region.
So, after years of planning and hard work, the new plant is officially open, proving yet again that the Ministry of Agriculture and the Saline Water Conversion Corporation are just as concerned with providing pure water for rural areas as they are for major cities. By graciously agreeing to inaugurate the plant, His Royal Highness again showed his concern for the people of the area and his appreciation of the efforts of those who have worked to carry out the wishes of His Majesty King Fahd bin Abdulaziz. His Royal Highness ended his visit by meeting some of the Al Kawther staff who have managed the entire project and by dining with the distinguished guests. His Majesty the late King Khalid inaugurated the Al Kawther factory in 1980. It was a fitting end to the day, but it's not, of course, the end of the story. For the Birk plant will be producing clean water and helping the people of the area to enjoy a healthy life for many years to come. The Birk story seems certain to be a story of continuing success.